portal and NIL, and you have to acknowledge the people that have done a great job of putting us in position to go out and get some really talented players. I mean, it's not in dispute that that's made a huge difference around here in going and getting the right types of players. But the success that the teams have and the improvement they're making is rooted in the work that they're doing, that the players are doing, that the staff's doing, the athletic department's doing, that everyone involved with this program is doing. So yeah, there's just too much chatter about that, and it started not in our organization, and it pissed our players off, because it's disparaging, and you got to respect the work these guys do. It doesn't matter how great your players are if they aren't willing to be selfless, if they aren't willing to work hard, if they aren't willing to do the extra. You're not gonna win. And so I just wanted to start off by saying that, and that is in no way a shot at their coach, because I think that he was just trying to be very complimentary. So, but that was a complete game for us, probably as complete a game as I've been a part of here. Just all three phases contributed. We ran the ball well, we passed the ball well, we held them to 3 points on defense, and 198 yards, and I thought our kicking game played really well. The returns just being solid. Obviously, Chris with the kickoffs out of the end zone are very helpful. And then when they did return them, our guys going down there and covering, and then getting TJ going in the punt return game to set up some field position. We've got a lot of things we've got to work on. I'm not pleased with the second half penalties 2 weeks in a row that I think we've done some things that aren't characteristic, and we have to clean that up. I still think we have some lulls in our intensity, and we seem to get frustrated at times. We have to balance that out. But I think it's a team that's maturing and understanding the work you have to do and the mindset you have to create to go and win a football game. And we have to recognize the fact that there is a lot of work to do, and that we have not reached our potential. And we have a new floor, but we got to just keep working. And I feel like that's a group of men that will do that. So that's encouraging. Nick, I don't know yet. We'll find out. I'll talk to Bob after this. Yeah.
Looking at UConn and saying, "Hey, that's what are they doing? I'll have what they're having. Let's do what they're doing." That's got to make you feel pretty good that this program has reached that point in such a short time.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like I don't ever want to think we've reached any point. Okay, but I will say this: it starts with the guy over your left shoulder, right, David, right, because his commitment to this whole thing, and all these people stand along the wall that nobody ever talks about that do the work behind the scenes, and are people that are passionate about this university and this program, saying, "Hey, listen, I'm I'm willing to give some of my hard-earned money to this program because I'm passionate about it." And but I'm gonna go back and say it's the work. It's the work that the players do. You just go through history and you can see the most talented teams in the world that end up being horse crap teams because they don't work at it. They don't have the fiber that you have to be a good football team. You go look at the Washington Redskins or Washington Commanders now, when Dion and Bruce Smith and all those guys went there, and it was supposed to be the greatest team in the history of the world, and they sucked. So it's always based on the work that you do and the people that you. So wait, who asked you about balance? You did. Yeah, I was thinking about you during the fourth quarter, just so you know. The balance. So we ran it when we needed to run it, and we threw it when we needed to throw it. The numbers now so balanced, but I also felt like there was a time there where they were doing a pretty good job against the run, and they were committing guys up into the box, and we were able to exploit that a little bit with guys like Skyler, who's going to be really tough to cover one on one. So when you can get a team either way, when you got them on the run and you got them in the pass and you're playing good defense, that's a good feeling. And it's a rare feeling. It doesn't happen a lot, but it happens today because these guys have put their minds to it and looked at it, and they give a dang, and they're selfless, and they want to win, and they're willing to commit to doing whatever it takes to win. Oh, a lot of things. His maturity, number one, his competitiveness, his work ethic. And the guy, relentless in his work ethic. He is so serious on the practice field. Every little detail matters to him. Can't get enough catches. He's with the quarterbacks all the time. Uh, during the week, he rarely smiles. He's all about business. And he comes out here and he's all about business. He gets to the end zone, he celebrates like he should. So he's just one of those guys that has the right mindset. And you couple that with his ability, I mean, he can run. He's a I thought on that double move where he scored the touchdown, the guy reached out to try to grab it, and he was able to slip it athletically. So I think all of those things help him. But more than anything, it's maturity and his mindset. He's a different kind of I mean, I like Joe for the reasons every week is he's steady. I mean, he works during the week. He's calm. He doesn't get a ton of reps, in practice, but he makes the most out of them, and he can learn without. He understands this offense. He understands how to plan it. I think probably the most important thing is that his teammates and this staff have confidence in him. Like nobody. Sometimes when you put a backup quarterback in gets a little tight with Joe. It's like, okay, we just keep going. And to me, that's just a credit to Joe and the way he's conducted himself. He started last year as the starter. He has a hard injury. We bring in a new quarterback. Joe doesn't win the job. I've seen guys that would win the tank. Joe never win the tank. He's earned the respect of people in this program because of that. And then he comes out and he performs. He was 11 for 19, 17 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's not bad. I think most people would like that out of a quarterback that's not their starter. I don't know. That's all that matters is what happens during the game. Well, that's our run scheme. We're an outside zone team, so he better be able to get yards out there. We're running the run scheme, but he kind of rides the wave. Like he understands where the hole is going to be, and that's something that comes with experience playing in the it's not just like hit it straight up in there. Like it takes some patience, and it takes the ability to put your foot in the ground and get vertical. And he's just really good at that. Darrell's become better at that. I think Jaden Mel Brown has become better at that. And you look at the numbers. I mean, 10 carries, 8 carries, 98 yards, 73 yards, 54 yards. I mean, that's they're all understanding this run scheme. They had a good week of practice. I think that this is a brand new scheme and it's an unorthodox scheme. It's not something that any of them have ever played in before, except Javon Banks, who was there, with Matt Brock. So they are starting to understand the nuances of it, and it's can be complex. It looks complex in opponent, but our coaches have done a really good job, I think, of teaching it. More than anything, our players just embracing it. And when you have a little bit of success and you've got the right people. Um, as players on your team, they just, there's a thirst to be better. I saw that in the way they work this week. Now, we've got to reset, and it's got to start all over again for this next game. And that's just the world of competitive athletics. Chris, yeah, yeah, he started out 0 2 or 0 3. Was he okay? 0 3, yeah, but I don't think anyone ever lost confidence in him because number one, he's talking about Skyler. I mean, we brought in some really mature kids. TJ, really mature. Young, they're not kids, young men. Chris, the same thing. Just didn't have a hangdog look when he missed kicks. He's always kicking off well. He was kicking well in practice. Like I said a couple weeks ago, probably didn't put him in the most ideal positions to go out and make a kick. Probably gone for it a couple times, or we could have been better on offense and got the ball down in there just to build some confidence. But you look at him today, and all his kicks were strong, and he's following through, and he's accurate. His kickoffs are fantastic, and you know that's what you want out of that guy. And nobody panicked when he missed a couple. We just tried to do the right thing to get him in position to start making a few, and he did. And now he's rolling.
Is there something about playing home? I know, but I think that's three really good performances in a row now.
Well, you're familiar. You're familiar with the routine. We do everything the same on Friday. We don't have to get on a plane. We're not going to a foreign hotel. It's places that we've been before. We're coming to our stadium. We've got our fans. They're cheering for us. We came down here and practiced 3 times during our preseason camp. Knowing that we were going to have this homestand, and I mean, we've just got to, we've got this rare schedule, and so we can't assume that just because we're playing at home, go out and play well and win. We have to make sure that we do all the work that we can do to make sure we go out and play well and win at home. But you've got to win at home. That's got to be mandatory. That's non-negotiable. So, and I mean, shoot, you love I don't know how many people there. I don't care. I just know that the people there, you love that they're there and they're loud and they get behind you. And I think if we can win at home, I think more people will start coming to games. We have to earn that. I've been saying that for several months, and I think that you're earning it. And people want to see points, right? And people want to see points on the board, right? So we went 48 last week and 47 today and 63 at Merrimack. So I think if you want to come out and see some exciting football, and I know it's there's trust issues, we got to earn it, but give us a chance, man, because we appreciate them.
How would you evaluate Nick's performance before you got hurt? Obviously, he poses a threat as a runner, but do you have to balance that at all?
Yeah, we got to be careful. Yeah, we do. We have to be careful. I thought he was okay. I don't think he was seeing it as well as he has in the past. I felt like our protection was okay, but when there was breakdowns, I thought he had a chance to step up and he tried to get out. I think sometimes a quarterback like that has some speed, they rely on their speed too much and they try to escape the pocket, out and around rather than up and out. And I'd like to, we'll work on that and get him more comfortable, more confident. Once again, he hasn't played a lot of football. Every week is an opportunity for him to learn. He's going to learn a lot off of that first half, or however long he played. The one thing that you appreciate about Nick is that he sees the field well, he sees the game well, he understands it. He's very coachable. He wants to be a great player, and he will learn from any of the mistakes that we see on film. Okay, thanks everyone.